Welcome to SacVibes.
Okay, hold on.
Oh,
She's
stay.
primping over here.
Got everything. Oh, your sticker.
Oh yeah, you need to take that off.
Welcome to SacVibes. We are the community engagement team, and we're here to educate, engage, and empower. I am your host for today, Danielle.
And I'm your co-host, Lynette.
And go ahead and say hi, Greg.
Hey, what's up, everybody? How's it
What's
going?
up? Your energy a little low today, Greg.
Yeah, it's allergy time.
It is
I
allergy
took
time.
a new medicine and I'm sleepy. So,
Did you see that big tornado of pollen? I
oh
saw
my
that outside
god,
this morning, and I was like, oh.
I tried biking to work today, and it was so windy that after about a mile, which is like 10 minutes, 12 minutes from me, I turned around because I was like, and just
Oh, yeah.
the
Yeah.
wind was pollen in my eye. I was like, oh, I'm done.
You were
I'm gonna
done.
drive.
Yeah. I'm trying to enjoy the last couple of days of good weather. I think the weather's supposed to get ugly again.
Yeah.
It's gonna rain.
The warmth is nice. It is a beautiful Wednesday and a big Wednesday as well.
Yeah.
We have a couple of stuff going on today. I know today was Law Day. We got to tour the city attorney's office. That was a lot of fun. I've never been there.
I didn't realize we had
Nice.
so many. There's over 30
Yeah.
attorneys that work on tons of different projects at the city.
Mm-hmm.
Very cool space. But yeah, it was great I think it's their first ever of
Yes.
hosting.
Which I think that has to do with council that happened yesterday, which we'll go into updates soon. But lots of fun, and I look forward to doing more of those in the future since it is every year.
So before
So.
we talk about council, like, what's up with your shirt, BizX? I've been seeing
Yes.
people with these BizX shirts
That is
on.
also why today is big. Today is BizX. As you can see from my shirt, I will be staffing there, working our photo booth.
What's cool about the event, the city hosts every year. It's an opportunity to highlight the technology and innovation businesses that are involved in technology and innovation. So that's super cool. And you guys will be
Yeah.
helping out. Okay.
Yeah, so I'm going to be doing the photo booth. I believe Greg is doing videography.
Yeah, I'll be filming and interviewing people, what they think about BizX and what have you. So hopefully we'll have fun with that.
And this year's theme is AI.
Yeah,
So-
so I'm super excited because I will be headed next week to North Carolina to the Smart Cities Conference,
Ooh.
specifically talking to other local governments and businesses that are in the innovation technology realm. And so it will be great to actually know what I'm talking about when I get there.
You can take some of that info and
But
use
more
it.
importantly, to share what the city of Sacramento is doing in the space of technology and artificial intelligence. It's here. It's something that we have to embrace. It's not going anywhere. That is why we are encouraging young people to get involved in STEM. We recently had a grant opportunity. We received over 17 proposals for a grant, specifically on youth
Yes.
involved in STEM, particularly around the Aggie Square project. So super excited about that.
Yeah.
But then, it's Wednesday and we had council last week.
Yeah, speaking of
Or
what's
last
going
night.
on in Sacramento, what happened at council yesterday?
So super exciting. One of the discussion items was they were asking for council to approve the term sheet for the Innovation Park, which is 183 acres. Folks know it as the old Arco Arena where the Kings were playing before they moved. And so the city has partnered with a private entity to create a district around health, education. And so there'll be a hospital there, the California North State Hospital, University. And that is a teaching hospital. And so the private entity is asking the city to help. And so the city is saying, hey, we're welcome to partner with you, but we just want to make sure that there's some key things that have to happen before the city provides any assistance. And that is around housing. Housing has to be available They talked about mixed use, affordable mixed use as well, and making sure that there are benefits to the community. I think they said that there were tons and tons of construction jobs that'll be available. And so we want to encourage folks to follow that process. Lastly, some of the exciting things was that our team has been involved in, particularly Greg,
Yes.
working over in North Sacramento on the Forward Together plan.
Forward Together. Is that what they're reading about right here?
Yes, you know, our
Okay.
dinosaur friend, he stays engaged. And so he is following up on the plan. But this is a plan, this is an action plan for Marysville, Del Paso. There's been months and months of community engagement, talking with community about what they wanted to see, what some of the needs are. And I think their themes were around work, live, and play. Folks should be able to experience.
Shop.
So what were the key areas?
Let me think. Work, live, shop, experience.
Okay.
Right. So we want to work there. We want to live there. What's the experience like living there? And then, can I do all my shopping here? So
Yeah.
I got the privilege of working with the Community Advisory Council, which is the group of volunteers that live in the region or have businesses along the corridor.
Okay.
And it was really good to meet them and talk with them about what they're looking for. I got to work with my colleagues, Mikhail, who you'll meet in a few weeks when we talk more about the second part of the Forward Together process, which will be the NDAT grants, a Neighborhood Development Action Team. I don't want to get no pie in the face. I still remember that.
Okay.
So yeah, to be able to be part of that was really cool.
And I think what is so amazing about this planning process is this is the first time that the city has come to community, asked for feedback for a plan, but also to have implementation grants to support the plan. So historically, we've done tons of plans. This isn't new for us to do a plan. But what is new for us is to say, we heard you, and we are going to provide some seed funding so that you can see some tangible, actionable items and things happening in your community in a short term while we actively look for additional funding for some of the longer term activities and recommendations that have come forward. We have $500,000 allocated for that area, and then through our collaboration with our arts department, they have dedicated an additional $200,000 for art projects specifically for that neighborhood.
Yeah.
So $700,000 will be allocated. So we will make sure that grants are accessible to all. We will have a number of information sessions so that folks can get assistance with filling out the grant. We did do a survey prior to the grant coming out just to hear from community on whether or not they thought the grant was simple enough, accessible enough, and if it made sense. So we've taken that feedback as well.
You see, now that you explain it that way, I just think it's really cool because with like other plans, I mean, of course, the outcome is super important, right? But it's more than just a report coming out for people to read. It's really saying like, hey, like here's this money that you can apply for so you can actually, enact the change that you told us about. And I just think that's a really cool opportunity.
I think it's more so the city is really shifting towards community-led planning as opposed to always city-led planning. Folks know what they want to see in their neighborhoods, and so we are trying to empower individuals and organizations and community members to lead the work. So we are excited about that. There'll be some additional grant opportunities out for a grant writer because we know we heard from community they want help writing grants, and so we will be able to provide that assistance as well.
And
we're gonna learn more about the grants when Mikhail comes on.
Yes.
Okay. But I was wondering if you could speak a little bit more about, I guess, the uniqueness of the Forward Together project.
Having the community resident advisory team really assist I think has been very helpful. And then we also partnered with a local nonprofit, Mutual Assistance, who has been embedded in that area for a number of years. And so this has been a partnership. At council, it was a presentation that was really presented in collaboration with community. And so that's something different. And then again, the city has been known to do a number of plans. And then the answer has always been, we don't have any money to do anything.
Right.
So this is different. We're saying, hey, we've done a plan and we have some money to actually do some of the things that you all recommended in the plan.
Yeah.
I want to shout out Fatima, my other colleague. I forgot to
Fatima
mention.
Malik,
Woo!
she did an amazing job.
Presented last night and did a great job.
Yeah.
And I got to see my CD cover.
The boulevard
design.
is a vibe.
Yeah.
I don't know if
So
it's showing
talk a
on
little
this
bit
side.
about that, because usually a plan, you just have like a cover page.
Yeah.
And one of the things, community engagement, we always say, we're bringing the vibe. We take
Right.
Tina's, we're bringing the flavor. And so Greg brought the flavor and the vibe, and it was a CD cover for the plan. So it just looks different. It looks a little bit more accessible. It doesn't seem so overwhelming for people.
Right. Yeah, like I remember when I first met with Mikhail and Fatima, and they were asking me, hey, can you help us, kind of create something that's a little different? And when I was looking at all the paperwork and reports that came out, I'm kind of new to all this stuff too. I've come from mental health and the nonprofit world, so I'm kind of adjacent, but learning about planning and everything, everything was new to me. So the thing I immediately noticed that was the reports were kind of long and very wordy, and I wanted something that was different, more colorful, right? And Mikhail had mentioned that the Community Advisory Coalition kept talking about music whenever they would meet, and talking all these things about we need to be singing the same song, we need to be on the same page. And so Mikhail was like, can you do anything around music? I said, oh, okay, so let me think about that. And so that's where the CD cover came from. It was something of a low barrier approach to get people interested in reading the action plan, reading the community profile, and learning about what's been going on with Forward Together. So we were really trying to get the word out. And I think that's, from what I hear, that's not usually the case, right?
No, it's not. And you talk about music. Music is something I think brings all people together.
Yeah.
And you talked about your background with nonprofits. How did you end up becoming the DJ for the city of Sacramento? Because you became a DJ. Maybe you could talk a little bit about the mixer that we had. That was the bomb.
DJ Greg.
Yeah, so shout out to everybody that went out to the mixer last week, right? Was that last week?
I think it was 2 weeks ago. And also shout out to Oak Park Brewery.
Yeah.
Yeah, great venue.
When you interview for community engagement, there's a little line in the job description that says other duties?
Other duties and responsibilities.
As
Yeah.
needed.
I didn't mention my music and art skills because, I didn't really think of that as an asset that would be, needed in an office, specifically City Hall of all places.
Right.
But lo and behold, when Lynette found out, oh, you DJ, you do this? You do podcasts? Okay. So I've been DJing, for all my life pretty much. It used to be me and my cousin. I'd go to his house and we would mix tapes together. And we would have cables that we'd splice and hook it up so we could play two tape decks at the same time.
Tape decks. Ooh.
Yeah, cassette tapes. And then we got enough money to get vinyl, and we would just stay up late making mixes and stuff. So it's just been a hobby. And then I got into music production. So all the music that you hear for SacVibes, a lot of it for the commercials, I just have beats lying around that, let's put that in here, It's
So if you need some
royalty-free.
beats, holler at Greg. He got some
hit me
beats
up,
for
I
you.
guess. What was cool about the mixer is that people kept asking me for my card.
Yeah, they were like, where did you get this DJ? And I was like, I don't know, City Hall.
And
That's
they
my
didn't believe me.
colleague.
I had to bring Danielle over because I was like, he
Yeah.
works at the city. And they're like, no, he doesn't. And I was like, what does Greg Garcia do? She's like, he's a
my
community
colleague.
engagement analyst.
Yeah.
But-
People were shocked. Like, what are you doing over here, DJ?
Mhm.
So City Connect is our mixer workshop series. It happens every third Thursday of the month at a different location. It's an opportunity for us to support small businesses, but an informal way for you all to meet us. And so you'll meet city staff every third Thursday. This month, we will be coming to District 2. Follow us on social media for the location.
Yes.
But 5:30 to 8:30, the third Thursday of the month.
Yeah.
And of course, we always try to provide people with, free food, free beverages, because we want people to be fed. It's going to be good food.
I would
And
say
not
come
trust us.
early. We had
Yes.
well over 100 people show up last week.
I didn't even get any chicken tenders, man.
Yeah,
That's,
no, I just ate
that's
tots.
weak.
I think in our previous episode we talked about the kind of food that was there, and I was excited about the chicken tenders with the sauces.
It was good. It was definitely a vibe. I think people really enjoyed it. But again, we want folks to get comfortable picking up the phone, calling us. We want to make sure that we are available to you and we are accessible. And so this is just another channel, just like the podcast, of getting resources and information. So are they fun? Absolutely, they're fun. But more importantly, we want you to come for the fun, but leave with information and education.
I think too, like one of the coolest parts that I saw was when I was walking around trying to make sure everyone was fed right and had like their drink tickets. I was just hearing all the conversations, and it was just cool that like if a community member or like a community-based organization member, had a question about something. One issue that I typically come across sometimes, if I have a question about something, is I don't always know who to email. Or sometimes their email is difficult to find online. But at our City Connect Mixer, you can just walk up to them, introduce yourself, and it's just really cool. Like you can like talk about, whatever like question you had right there with them and get to know them on a personal level.
Absolutely. So if you have a question, join us the third Thursday of this month in District 2. And again, thank you for vibing with us.
Yes, we'll have more information next time, but thanks for vibing with us.
Subscribe on YouTube and check out the CE Team webpage.